Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen. This is the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Grand Slam Asia 2013 qualifiers for other regions.
10 seconds remaining.
It seems there's something going wrong here. Apparently I can hear Team ATE talking in the background.
Reserve time.
This is the most curious bug I've ever encountered. Let's just go with the flow and see how this goes along. ATE versus FUBAR, the third place decider. Let's see who comes out on top here. FUBAR have entered this game with a 1-0 advantage because ATE did take a little longer than anticipated to enter the game. Dire side ATE, Radiant side FUBAR. First ban has gone to ATE. They've banned out the Nyx Assassin as well as the Bat Rider. Darkseer and TA, the next two bans.
Phantom Lancer.
Dire team pick.
Keeper of the Light.
Alright, it's going to be the Keep of the Light as well. The Magnus picked up for ATE. Queen of Pain and Lancer getting picked up by FUBAR. Instant quick pickups here. It's like a rapid fire round of chess. Shadow Demon being picked up next by ATE. Let's see what FUBAR has in store for us. FUBAR taking a little while here. Eating into the reserve time. 1 minute 20 seconds to go. There's plenty available on the cards. Lifestealer, one of the pickups, but it doesn't look like FUBAR is going to be picking up another hard carry here, considering they have picked up the Phantom Lancer. I apologize ladies and gentlemen, I'm just getting my bearings right because a little while ago I could hear Team ATE on my voice chat. This has pretty much confused the hell out of me. Alright, so it's gonna be the Undying picked up, and well, curiously enough, the patch has hit before we jumped into this game. So Silencer is available for the pickup by either side here. Rubik gonna be banned by ATE. I wonder if we're gonna see Silencer play this game. Bounty Hunter as well banned out by ATE. Quick bans here coming out before I can even keep up to speed. The Lifestealer and the Luna banned out by FUBAR. Jakiro gonna be the next ban by ATE, and Lone Druid instantly banned out by FUBAR. As we enter the next set of picks and bans, looks like Silencer is on the cards, but I wonder if either of these teams are going to be picking him up or just going to play it safe and pick their normal tried and tested strategies. Nature's Prophet the pickup from ATE, and FUBAR waiting for the next pickup. Looks like they're lacking an offlaner as well as a second support in the tri lane. Their options have been rather stifled by that Rubik and the Jakiro ban out, but it's going to be the Bane. We did see FUBAR doing an amazing job with that Bane Elemental versus the Lifestealer in the game versus FOE. ATE gonna pick up the Alchemist here, and well, we know that FUBAR has run that Alchemist in the past. They ran it yesterday if I'm not mistaken, and however things didn't seem to go too well against I believe it was Oblique Gaming that they played. No, it was Team Infamous, so it didn't go too well. The Alchemist pickup did get punished by a TA from Excarnation in that game. So it looks like ATE has taken a page right out of FUBAR's books and turned the tables back around on them.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
FUBAR digging into their reserve time here. Let's see what they're gonna pick up. By the way, the winner of this best of 3 series does end up being the reserve team for the LAN finals at Singapore. Oblique Gaming and Team Infamous are confirmed attendees at the LAN finals in Singapore for the Armageddon Dota 2 Grand Slam. Let's see if one of those two teams backs out. Which of these two will be going there? FUBAR needs to win just the one game. ATE with an uphill climb now needs to win 2 without dropping a single game. It's gonna be the Weaver last pickup by FUBAR, so let's see how they're gonna lane this. Looks like Weaver's gonna be running the off lane, the tri lane as anticipated with Phantom Lancer, Undying, as well as the Bane and the mid solo Queen of Pain. Meanwhile, for the ATE side, looks like they're going to be running Shadow Demon, Cottle, as well as the Alchemist in the tri lane, most probably in the safe lane. Looks like Gizmo's going to be playing that Nature's Prophet, going to run the off lane solo, and Munday going to be running that mid solo Magnus. Alright, we jump into the game. I'm quickly going to ask whether or not I can be heard by the players.
Prepare for battle.
This is most curious. I think we're gonna need to restart the game because I think the all chat option was enabled. Just give me a moment, guys. Alright, can you guys still hear me?
Seconds to battle.
Alright, that was the most curious thing I've ever encountered. I did not know there was a feature available such as being able to talk within the game. Rather, I didn't know that spectators could be heard by players. This is absolutely absurd and it hasn't happened so far, so I've been thrown off my game as well. Just gonna quickly get my co-caster back on Skype.
Haste.
Yep, bear with me guys, that is the Skype sound. I'm sure most of you have recognized it. Waiting for Cranberry to get in the game. Oh man, I gotta say, this is a disaster. Alright, let's just jump into the game. Cranberry will call me once he's back up. A quick look at who's gone where. Looks like the tri lane is running the offensive lane for FUBAR, and ATE gonna be running the tri lane in the safe lane. So it's gonna be a tri lane versus tri lane showdown at this top lane. Cottle gonna be in the jungle, stacking and possibly killing off creep camps to try and get his experience boost. At the off lane, it looks like it's gonna be Gizmo versus Asha Shoryu, that is Weaver versus the Nature's Prophet. Mid lane, classic Magnus versus QOP showdown. A quick peek at what's going on back at top lane. Looks like Phantom Lancer and the rest of his cronies are going to be rotating into the jungle, spotting out this pull here by ATE. Evil Ash on that Shadow Demon, going to walk straight into the Lancer, going to get disrupted in the face, but going to be put to sleep as well. Now Decay setting up for a possible kill here. The Spirit Lance coming out as well, and there he goes. That is first blood. Bane picks up first blood as ATE with what looked like an absolutely absurd slip up lose a kill.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So 1-0, the scoreline opened up in favor of Team FUBAR. That looked very, very haphazard and very overzealous, I've got to say. Not something that you'd see from ATE too often. ATE really need to be careful going into this game. It looks like they have been awarded a 1-0 disadvantage, as I did mention at the start of this cast. They did arrive late into the game, so they have been awarded with a penalty. Once again, trying to get my co-caster online. Babo, can you hear me?
Hello, Cloud X. It's nice to be back casting with you.
Oh man, it's been an absolute disaster this game. For those of you that don't know who we are, this is CloudX and Cranberry1x from AFK Gaming, casting as guest shoutcasters for the Rapture Gaming Network. It's an absolute pleasure to be here, but we've had a lot of disasters in this game. Mic checks, enabled open mics, blah blah blah, but we're underway finally.
Yep, and I'd just like to get right into the game, and the way that I see AT lining up with... Oh, I'm sorry, we just missed a kill on the Queen of Pain.
Looks
At
like
the mid lane.
Yep, it looked like the Nature's Prophet did rotate in and the Skewer did manage to pick up the last hit as Magnus picked up the kill on Queen of Pain. So killing that solo hero in the middle lane, ATE opening up their scorecard as well, 1 for 1.
Yep, and just like to get back to what I was saying about ATs, the way I see them lining up in the mid game, with this Furion constantly teleporting around, giving them that gank potential, along with that KOTL teleporting people into a gank. So AT do have a lot of mid game mobility. I do see them roaming a lot in this game, and just like we saw that Furion teleporting into mid to pick up the kill, I expect a lot more of that coming out from them.
Absolutely, wouldn't expect anything less, and it looks like Gizmo is going to be playing that Nature's Prophet. Curiously enough, he has been playing that position 1 role with the hard carries, so this looks like a slight change up for him in role, probably realigning their strategies.
Yep, definitely. Gizmo has been used to playing a multitude of roles actually over the years. We've seen him playing a lot of different kinds of heroes. Just getting back to this top lane, looks like there may be some initiation here, but just a little bit of creep stealing going on from that neutral camp. That KOT are going to spawn off and illuminate, scare these heroes away, maybe pick up a couple of neutral kills as well. Nightmare cast on that Shadow Demon. Going to get out just fine.
Yep. Also got to point out FUBAR have switched up their roles as well. I'm pretty convinced that mid solo was their hard carry player, but he seems to be on the support Undying for this one, and good. Going to be playing that Phantom Lancer hard carry.
Yeah. Man, this is really a big game for both these teams to be able to have the opportunity to a slight chance to maybe go to Singapore for a LAN finals to represent your country. For both these teams who aren't very well known in the international scene, with the Europeans and the Chinese and the rest of the Asians taking a lot of the limelight, you don't really see an Indian team and a Mongolian team getting to compete against each other on LAN along with other nations as well. So this is really a big moment.
Absolutely, man, and I know for a fact that if I was playing this one, I'd be playing it with dead seriousness, not just for the chance to go to Singapore, but also for those bragging rights that come with saying, hey, I placed 3rd in an international qualifier.
Yep, the pride that goes with these wins is really, really big to all of these players, so I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of competitive action coming out from both of them. It's unfortunate that AT were 1 hour late for this game, and man, that 1-0 disadvantage that they have now might just come into the favor of FUBAR, because they will definitely have momentum and the mindset going into this game. They just need to win 1 game, remember.
Absolutely, they're going to be really
At the bottom lane, there's initiation at the bottom lane. That Weaver looks like she's going to pick up the kill on that Furion, going way past the tower with the Shukuchi. Furion goes down to that Weaver, and time lapse is used to come back to full HP.
A very, very nice and cocky play, I gotta say, by FUBAR, but it looks like he knew exactly how much he could push the envelope and take that kill on the Furion. A solo kill going the way of the offlaner, something that FUBAR will be very pleased with.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't think that's going to affect the overall game of Furion too much, because you do expect Furion to be roaming around ganking. He's going to be teleporting, possibly teleporting immediately to another lane also. So expect a gank coming out sometime soon from that Furion. But no, he's gone back to that bottom lane.
Yep, opting to pick up a set of power treads from the get-go. Not going to be rushing that Hand of Midas.
And looks like we have rotation from that Queen of Pain from that mid lane. She's going towards the top. The Nightmare is cast by that Bane Elemental on the Shadow Demon. The Shadow Demon looks like he might be in a little bit of trouble. Queen of Pain spawns those illusions, takes out the Shadow Demon. Absolutely no time now. Alchemist might be in a little bit of trouble. That Scream of Pain does not connect, but the Alchemist would have got out just fine. And look at those zombies causing so much havoc.
A nice rotation there by FUBAR. Once again, Queen of Pain coming in with that Illusion Rune. That Nightmare is so devastating for the setups on the gank, especially with Undying being able to walk right into range and cast down everything. Meanwhile, Alchemist looks like he might be in some trouble once again as Queen of Pain rotates in around the Quarter Blast. Gonna hit a stab smack in the middle of her face. Is she gonna go down, or is the Alchemist gonna go down? First, Queen of Pain taking a lot of damage from that tower. The Nature's Prophet ultimate does pick up the kill on the Queen of Pain. Now looks like Bane Elemental might be the next focus. The blast is gonna connect, or is it? No, looks like Bane's just gonna be out of range. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet has rotated in, and this one's not over. A double kill for the Nature's Prophet. So nice rotations and nice communication from Gizmo there with the rest of his team, setting up that counter gang beautifully. Magnus not done. This engagement isn't over just yet. He is gonna have a shockwave in just a little bit. Bane Elemental making a run for it. No mana points on him just yet. And Magnus picks up a kill. So 3 kills going the way of ATE. FUBAR really gonna have an uphill climb from this one.
Yep, a sudden surge in ATE's gold there. Oh, but Queen of Pain blinks into the Alchemist at the top lane. Sonic Wave used, and the KOTL goes down. Stephen has gone down. Queen of Pain looks like she may be in some trouble again. That Furion is right there to pick up the pieces, but no. Queen of Pain is going to get out just fine. That Undying coming in with that Tombstone now. Queen of Pain chasing back with those bottle charges. Shadow Strike goes out on the Furion. Will Furion be able to get out? Sprout himself looks for a teleport. Will he go down? Oh, he escaped.
He escapes on 70 HP.
Radiant's
Oh,
top
man.
tower is under attack.
What a clutch play there by Gizmo.
Dire's top tower is under
Almost sniping off the Queen of Pain, then making a run for it. Meanwhile, back at top lane, once again, this isn't over. Queen of Pain chasing past, gonna try and pick up a kill on this Alchemist. She does have the blink, she blinks it past the stream, but a beautiful disruption by Evil Ash, saving the Alchemist just in time. Soul Catcher now casted as well. Queen of Pain, no mana for the blink as Gizmo TP's back into this one, and looks like Elfin Light is gonna go down.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
How many times do you see this from Gizmo, man? How many times?
Oh, this isn't done just yet as Magnus skewers in over the cliff line, not opting to use the reverse polarity. They're gonna try and take this one just with a normal auto attacks. Oh, Furion casting the ultimate as well. That looks like the shockwave is gonna connect. Is mid solo gonna go down? He TP's in once again, but the magic stick charge is keeping him alive. The Sprout, another auto attack, and Gizmo showing why he's such a versatile player in the Indian Dota 2 scene, picking up another kill on the Undying.
Radiant's middle
Relentless killing there going on from ATE. They've just surged into the lead now with 6 kills to 4 in favor of them. But there's initiation at the top lane. That Phantom Lance of the Spirit Land on that Alchemist. Alchemist goes down to the Stream of Pain. KOTL will be in a little bit of trouble as well, and he'll go down too. So FUBAR really not being pushovers here. They're pushing back really, really hard. And now Shadow Demon, Evil Ash in a little bit of trouble. He goes down as well. Phantom Lancer picks up that important kill.
Oh man, am I glad to have you on this cast with me. My voice would have been dead by now already as FUBAR now looking to keep the momentum going. Pop a smoke immediately as Bane and the Queen of Pain rotate towards the middle lane. Magnus does head towards the bottom lane, does scout out the haste rune, is gonna pick it up as well. So that might just help in keeping him alive from this potential gank.
Meanwhile, that Vivo takes down that bottom tower, and the Furion looked to deny it, but Gizmo couldn't really do much. The Vivo now on 2,200 gold with that with those tranquil boots, Ring of Aquila. He's going to be a threat as well. So AT need to make sure that all that focus doesn't go only on the top and the mid lanes. They need to focus a little bit on that Weaver as well, because he's going to be really strong, really quick. He's had that free farm for so long now.
Absolutely, man. But then again, on the flip side, Gizmo has picked up a ton of experience, but it seems like Weaver is still ahead in terms of experience. He's got his level 10 up now, so that free farm definitely paying off for him in a big way.
Yep, and in the meantime, FUBAR look to push down this mid lane, but at top lane, Phantom Lancer looks like he's going to be surrounded. No, those two heroes moving back towards the mid lane. They know they have to defend this mid lane. They don't want to give it up so easily. They are going to look to defend it now. The Magnus coming in with that shockwave takes down the creeps and the aggro from the creeps as well. So no creeps around, just that siege knocking the door off that tower. But it looks like it will survive this push.
Oh, middle lane looks like the Magnus does pop off the reverse polarity, catching out mid solo. The ultimate from the Nature's Prophet not connecting, but now it does as the vision just being there. Gizmo picks up another kill without even being there. So 7-all the scoreline, and top
and he's going to pick up another one on that Bane Elemental at the bottom rune. Gizmo teleported in for that Bane kill. He saw her on low HP, teleported the right spot, Sprout, and finish her off with normal hits. Brilliant play from Gizmo.
Oh man, that global ganking potential really paying off for ATE now, but 7 to 8, it's neck and neck. Let's have a look at the gold graph to get a clearer idea of what we're looking at. 2,000 in favor of the Radiant, so that Weaver farm definitely paying off in a big way, just securing them that bit of lead there. Experience, however, has gone the way of Dio. Top lane, a setup on the Shadow Demon. Looks like Queen of Pain comes in as well, and looks like Evil Ash might be in a bit of trouble here. The Shadow Strike comes off, the Courier flying around in his face as well. Disruption comes off under his tier 1 tower, but that's not going to keep him alive way too long, as the Spirit Lance just out of range. Queen of Pain might be in a bit of trouble here, as she's gone way inside the tower line, but she does blink out as Evil Ash does finally go down. Now Nature's Prophet not just done yet, threatening a TP, or is he actually going to jump in? Alchemist walking in fast once again, and this looks like it might just turn into another big engagement.
I just want to point out that in the midst of all of this action, I think we as well have lost sight of just how much Phantom Lancer has been farming and how much he has been doing for himself. Oh, but he just goes down just as I say that. The curse of the commentator, Phantom Lancer went down instantly.
With 3,300 gold under his belt, I don't think he's really going to feel the pinch of that one. As middle lane looks like another initiation, and Magnus picks up another kill with Gizmo rotating in. So nobody's safe on this map while there's a teleporting Nature's Prophet there.
Yep, nobody looks like they're safe. And what I was going to say earlier was that Phantom Lancer was also going unhindered. He hadn't had any deaths yet. That was his first death, and his net worth had also brought his team up. Overall, his net worth along with that Weavers was really high. It was at the top of the chart. I wonder where it is now. Yes, now the Alchemist and Gizmo have overtaken that Phantom Lancer. So that death would have been really important. There is initiation at the top lane now. That Phantom Lancer coming in on that Alchemist. Alchemist looks like he may just take a fall here, but he's looking to juke it out. The KOTL blast comes in from there. There is a teleport at the top lane. Phantom Lancer will have to back out. Is he going to have range for that Spirit Lance? No, he does not. Has to back out. The Shadow Demon comes in for the support.
Oh, once again, Nature's Prophet deeping in on the front line and picking up that Bane, who did take quite a beating from the creeps. The dust is off. The Demonic Purge as well. Magnus is in here. Reverse polarity used. Nature's Prophet with another kill, a double kill, and wicked sick Gizmo. Now Weavers come into this engagement, trying to make something off of this. Let's see if he can pick up a kill on the Nature's Prophet. Now Willie, Weaver's gone right in past. He does have a good opportunity, however, needs to be careful as the Alchemist comes into the sun. Gizmo does go down, and as I showed you, casts off the time lapse, still standing tall in front of everybody else. The Cockroach picks up another kill on the Keeper of the Light and is going to back off now. Buyback coming in from the Nature's Prophet, gonna TP in back on the front line, picking up another kill with that ultimate onto the Undying, but now the Fiend's Grip holding him in place. The disruption saving him just from that Fiend's Grip. It looks like Magnus is going to be backing up, but Gizmo not going to be as lucky as Bane picks up a kill on the Nature's Prophet. Bane now in trouble himself. Queen of Pain, however, picking up the double damage rune, is going to rotate in. Weaver still juking around so much with those permanent Shukuchis, is going to pick up a kill on the Alchemist. Alchemist goes down and dominating Weaver now as Queen of Pain comes in, and that's a team wipe. KOTL, the only one who is alive, but he did die in the first place. Looks like he's going to die again, and the double damage Queen of Pain with the Sonic Wave does go into the tree line. The scream comes off as well. One lucky wave or one well positioned wave could be the end of KOTL here.
And that was more than a team wipe. The Furion bought back and came back to the front lines and died again as well. So over 6 kills going there, almost 7 if this KOTL does go down. It will be 7. But right now that Phantom Lancer is going to pound on this tower, looking to take advantage. They will also look to push down a little bit in the mid lane, put pressure on all sides of the map. You have that Furion keeping at the bottom lane to pick up that little bit of farm that he's going to get there.
Now I'm going to
14-14.
I'm going to drop you a curious little line over here. FUBAR are playing with over 400 ping.
No way, man.
Yes, FUBAR are playing with over 400 ping, as they've been doing so throughout this tournament. ATE with about 120 ping each are neck and neck, 14 all with Team FUBAR. So they really need to step up their game, and also they do have that 1-0 disadvantage.
Yep. And 400 ping?
It's unreal. It's absolutely unreal how they're performing so well with such high ping.
The way they're playing, it just seems like they're on land. You know, the way they seem to be countering everything. But I guess the reason that ATE do have this score the way it is at 14 all is probably because FUBAR aren't being able to perform at their fullest potential.
Yep, quite possibly overconfidence coming into play as well. Let's see how this pans out. The game's not over yet. It's not over till the fat lady sings, as they say. Let's have a look at now what the Alchemist is up to. Alchemist with the Hand of Midas, going to get towards the Shadow Blade. Looks like he has a completed Shadow Blade now. Yep, a Shadow Blade flying out to the Alchemist. So gonna keep him alive a little longer now.
There is a relic on the Phantom Lancer, so he's going to be moving into a straight Radiance after those Tranquil Boots. That's going to be a little bit of a pain to deal with because he's going to have a lot of time to farm, and looks like FUBAR are looking to take this into the late game as their lineup does suggest, with that Weaver, the Phantom Lancer and that Alchemist. But now there's initiation on that Shadow Demon. The Weaver is going past that first tier tower, looking for the kill on the Shadow Demon, and he picks it up quite easily, I must say.
This isn't over yet. The Magnus comes in with the reverse polarity, catching out only the Queen of Pain, but Queen of Pain going to be kept alive by mid solo, and the Soul Rip going to back off.
There is backup coming in for FUBAR though, as 4 heroes coming in from the back lines. The Undying casting everything he possibly can. The Weaver running in past that first tier tower. The Sonic Wave comes in, but it misses everyone, and Queen of Pain does go down.
But Now Weaver on the back line is picking up another kill on the keeper of the line as FUBAR diving towers with double. Gizmo gonna be in some trouble here as he's gone to sleep under the shelter of 4 FUBAR heroes. But now is he gonna go down? Yes, the Spirit Land's gonna hold him in position just long enough as Weaver does get triggered. The Lincolns does get triggered. That Lincoln's proving so effective on that Weaver, keeping him alive, making sure he's there, dealing out that physical DPS in addition to those Shukuchi nukes.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yep. With that Lincoln Sphere, the cockroach really becomes a lot like Super Cockroach because you really can't do much to him. That time-lapse Shukuchi, the Lincolns.
Absolutely insane now, looking to get some farm up on himself, not really keeping pace here as FUBAR making a go on the Alchemist here, pops the Shadow Blade and does back off though. Well, no, he's not going to back off, he's going to try and get the Shadow Blade hits out on the Lancer.
Insane looking to apply some pressure, not give these heroes so much free time and free farm, but now he's in a little bit of trouble as that Weaver pounds on him and looks like Insane does go down. The time-lapse used by the Weaver, he's out of trouble as well. So Insane being killed under the noses of 3 of his other heroes. Unfortunately, no one could really do much to stop that Weaver.
Oh man, a solo kill picked up by Weaver in the middle of the entire ATE squad. They're going to be really pleased with themselves, and I really don't know how the hell he did it with 400 ping.
Unbelievable.
Haste.
And look at him just standing there like a boss in that lane. Not worried, he saw those 3 heroes coming in from behind. He knows that none of them really can kill him with that Lincoln Sphere he has on him and that time-lapse cooling down as well. So that Weaver is really already a pain in the ass. And I'm sorry. And we're about 20 minutes into this game. So the longer this game goes on, the more and more fat that Weaver is going to get.
Definitely, and on the other side of things, Lancer with that completed Radiance now going to be applying so much pressure with that pushing potential coming out from him. Also, to make matters worse, it looks like that Orchid has been up on the Queen of Pain for a while now. So, added bit of disable coming out for that Magnus, going to prevent him from casting that reverse polarity based on quick reactions. Looks like FUBAR going to pop the smoke and rotate in towards the top lane. This should be an easy tier 2 tower for them, unless ATE does manage to get a brilliant reverse polarity off. Oh
no,
man.
Looks like Insane is in a little bit of trouble using that Shadow Walk, but he may just get spotted before he gets out. No sentries, no dust.
No sentries, no dust, and I'm pretty sure FUBAR are going to be considering buying a gem now.
I'm pretty sure ATE should consider buying one as well.
Yep, I gotta agree, man. Two invis based heroes on the Radiant side. Oh man, the Shadow Demon goes down as Queen of Pain with the wave, picking up the kill.
Yep, and that Queen has picked up an Orchid as well, so that's another item that's going to come in really handy in team fights. But now there's teleports coming in all of a sudden on that bottom lane. That Magnus had to blink out of there just to be just to feel a little safe. 2 carries blinking, teleporting in to defend a tower at 20 minutes in.
Yep, the tables do seem to have tilted marginally, or rather largely in the favor of FUBAR, but never count out the potential of that hard farming Alchemist. He's got the Hand of Midas as well, so he's going to be picking up his network in just a little bit. We can see on the charts he's already up to second position, well, first position now, as Weaver did pick up an item, it seems. Well, Lancer picked up his 2 Blades of Alacrity, so once those fly out to him, he'll be back up on the charts. Quick look at the goal graph, 5,000 in favor of the Radiant, experience 7,500 their way as well. So ATE going to be on the back foot now.
Yep, ATE are going to be on the back foot as FUBAR will look to push down some towers as soon as they can. They do know that they have the advantage with these farmed up carries in that Phantom Lancer, in that Weaver, even a semi carry in that Queen of Pain. And looks like everyone does have enough of a farm for FUBAR for them to be able to push down these tier 2 towers without being contested.
Yep, and FUBAR, I've got to say, applying the pressure systematically and so well organized. One after the other, they're just grouping up, taking a tower and backing out as and when they can. Meanwhile, Insane tried a cheeky play, looked like he was attempting a snipe off on the courier.
Yep, unfortunately not working out for him. That courier kill would have really helped ATE. They do need to make something happen here. And I just look at this KOTL pick right now. As I follow him around the map, roaming aimlessly behind that second tier tower at mid lane. I'm surprised that Stephen hasn't been more proactive in terms of looking to maybe buy a smoke. leaving the farm for the Furion, maybe going away with Magnus and Shadow Demon, making something happen, teleporting the 5th hero in, and you know, turning nothing into a team fight and possibly pushing a tower on the side of FUBAR on the, off towards the Radiant side.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. This is the time for for the team's captain to shine. He needs to be making some proactive calls here, taking up, like you said, picking up a smoke and possibly picking off the stragglers. Looks like Good is farming around alone. Doesn't look like FUBAR are going to be grouping up just yet. And well, this might have actually been a good opportunity as bottom lane. Gizmo might be in a bit of trouble, but he pops off the Orchid first and is going to TP out in their faces. As Lancer not in range there to get the Spirit Lance off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, and I mean, it just seems like that KOTL. At first, I thought it was picked for that little bit of extra mobility along with that Furion to be able to teleport around the map in the mid lane. But there's initiation on that Bane Elemental at the mid lane now. The Furion teleports in with that crowd as well. The Alchemist pounding away, insane. In fact, Munde, the Magnus picking up that kill with that shockwave.
Yep. So finally, ATE making something out of nothing, picking up 1 kill for nothing.
Yep. Yeah, it just, like I was saying, it just seems like that KOTL was picked up just as a counter pick to that Phantom Lancer. Not allowing FUBAR to pick up that Phantom Lancer KOTL lane, which is so deadly.
Meanwhile, Lancer has picked up a completed Diffusal Blade now, so the damage output suddenly gonna skyrocket from his end. Weaver, a quick look at him, so close to that Butterfly as well, just a quarter staff away. So FUBAR gonna be dishing out a lot of physical DPS here, and it seems like a good game for ATE to consider purchasing Ghost Scepters on their supports.
Yep, it might just be a good idea to pick up a couple of Ghost Scepters, but they will have to farm that gold for that to happen. So it doesn't look like they have too many places to farm on the map right now. That Furion taking up that top lane, no one can really go there apart from him. He's got the items and the abilities to get out of there just fine. Right now we see some movement coming out from that Bane Elemental and the Phantom Lancer moving into that ancient spot on the Dire side. Looks like the Weaver and the Queen of Pain are going to join them there as well. And will they be... Oh, they're looking to take out that ancient stack and maybe possibly going in for that Roshan as well.
Yep, and I really don't see why they can't take this Roshan kill rather uncontested. There is the mid tier 2 tower available for the reactions, but I don't think ATE would be poised to fight this too well. Meanwhile, at top lane, looks like Alchemist does pick up a tower, and with that, he's gonna have his completed Radiance.
I'm quite surprised so that there haven't been there hasn't been a gem bot in this game really yet. Not seen sentries or dust as well. Hopefully FUBAR will pick up some dust to take care of that Alchemist, and hopefully ATE will pick up a gem to take care of that Weaver and that Phantom Lancer.
Yep, and as you say that, looks like sentry wards have been picked up by the Shadow Demon. He does have a single dust on himself as well, so let's see if that can be the deciding factor here. Alchemist popping off the stun. He's just going to end up stunning himself here. He did get scouted out by the FUBAR ward. FUBAR looks like they are going to be popping the smoke and moving up the high ground here, and they could well be poised to pick off any ATE stragglers. ATE, realizing that something is up, are going to pause the game.
I'm pretty sure that's not why they paused.
I'm just going to utilize this opportunity, alt tab really quickly and take a look if everything is alright on the stream. Looks like everything is okay. Looks like my voice is a little too soft on the stream. Let's see if we can do something about that. Alright, I've tried changing up the microphone settings. Let's hope the volume is alright now.
Yep, and looks like we are going to have a resume as well. And both these teams poised to battle each other around this mid lane right now. But ATE moving towards that bottom lane, towards that ancient camp at the bottom lane. All 5 of their heroes are around the area. They are illuminating the Roshan pit to see if they can spot FUBAR in there, but FUBAR is not there. They are on the other side of the map. And ATE realize this and they start moving towards mid, towards the top possibly, to meet FUBAR in the jungle.
Yep, ATE need to defend this tier 2 tower at the middle lane at any cost, because losing that tower could well be a Roshan lost as well. Meanwhile, Gizmo at the top lane gonna pick up an ultimate orb, so looks like he's just gonna be looking to get some more disable out.
And ATE do know that the next initiation will decide the outcome of this game. They know that if they lose the battle, they will lose a Roshan and possibly a Rax as well. So they are going to play it a little safe and possibly let FUBAR come up to the high ground before they do make any sort of initiation. Possibly even surprise them with that Magnus ultimate. You never know what they might have up their sleeve right now, because they really need to pull something out of the hat to come back into this game.
Definitely looks like FUBAR not going to be going towards Roshan, gonna TP in towards the bottom lane to try and defend this tower, as the Weaver all in, balls out, walking into Gizmo, the silence coming off as well, and he's gonna go down. So looks like it's gonna be a quick pick off on the Nature's Prophet. Now Alchemist might be in a bit of trouble. Once again the Shadow Blade on cooldown for another 5 seconds. He's probably gonna walk. Nope, he's just gonna keep farming up, and FUBAR not even gonna catch him. He is right under their noses in enemy territory.
Insane realizing that he may just have to pull this out of the bag by himself.
Making some high risk maneuvers here, but they are paying off. Have a quick look at the net worth chart. Looks like Alchemist has well caught up to the Weaver now, so they're not out of this one just yet. Looks like the BKB might be the next option for Insane here, and I've got to say it's a really good option, although there is the Fiend's Grip available to stop him.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you there. I don't think the BKB will be the wisest choice. Because there is so much physical damage coming out from all of these Radiant heroes. With that Fiend's Grip in combination with those physical hits, I think Insane will be in a lot of trouble regardless of what item he goes now. Possibly a heart could have helped him out.
Yep, it's going to be pretty hard though for an Alchemist to out-carry a really farmed Weaver as well as a Phantom Lancer. Phantom Lancer, one of the most deadly carries available in the game. Weaver now with a Butterfly as well as that Aegis of the Immortal, so good luck killing him twice, let alone killing him once with that time lapse. Now at max level, not gonna take up too much mana. In fact, that's a 0 mana
there's
cost.
initiation at the top lane though on Gizmo again, and he's gonna go down to this Queen of Pain once more. The Alchemist coming in that Shadow Blade, looking to take down that Queen of Pain. Gizmo cast that silence on him. She's not gonna be able to blink out. Some great play from ATE. The silence came out from Gizmo, and Insane walked in that Shadow Blade invis and cut down the Queen of Pain before the silence got over. Queen of Pain not able to blink out and goes down, so some redemption there for ATE.
Yup, and with that he's gonna pick up a completed BKB. Oh, back at the middle lane, Keeper of the Light out of position here. I really don't know what he was doing downslope there. The disruption just barely keeping him alive, as Weaver walking right into the base. He's gonna get stunned up, but no, the Lincoln Sphere gonna trigger, and looks like Lancer Illusions might just take the kill on the Shadow Demon. Oh man,
that Shadow Demon is gonna survive. That was close though.
That was really close. Shadow Demon taking such a beating from just the Lancer Illusion, the burn damage from the Radiance, the Diffusal Blade beatings, as well as the Scarabs, the Swarm from the Weaver. Meanwhile, at the middle lane, looks like Undying did go down to the Alchemist.
I missed that kill too. Man, Insane is he's gonna have to do a lot in this game if ATE are gonna come back. They are gonna have to play as a real team with Insane on those front lines, tanking up all of that damage as much as he can at least, and possibly with the rest of the team looking to keep him alive, because the longer Insane survives, the more damage is going to go out to FUBAR. But right now, just looking at the farm of all of these heroes, not just the Weaver and that Phantom Lancer, but also that Queen of Pain, and now there's a gem as well on Queen of Pain.
Oh man, so that's a gem.
Look at the farm. She has a Scythe of Vice. She's gonna have that Hex out every battle, possibly on that Alchemist, and look to finish him off right at the beginning. Now he sees the Alchemist coming in because he has that gem. The Bane Elemental looks to cast that Nightmare is cast on the Alchemist.
So basically what happened there was the Alchemist stun was right in melee range for the Bane Elemental to get that Fiend's Grip cancelled, and now ATE coming and cleaning that up. Absolutely unfortunate there for FUBAR. The reaction time from Bane Elemental to cast that Fiend's Grip a little too late. The stun does trigger, and of course the recent changelog did mention that as Unstable Concoction goes off, units around Alchemist within a radius of 175 do get stunned. Bane Elemental, to his misfortune, was within that 175 radius.
Man, that is unfortunate for Bane and that may just be the turning point for ATE here, because those were two really important kills, and just goes to show how powerful the Alchemist can be in absolutely no time. Those two kills were theirs.
Alchemist gonna pop off the unstable concoction, but the Weaver gonna use the Shukuchi, but now it does get casted by the Lincoln Sphere, not gonna let him set it up for a kill. And Weaver just completely ignoring the Alchemist as if nothing even happened, just continue to last hit and going his own way.
Always a funny sight, but now Alchemist is freely roaming in the Radiant side as far as FUBAR here, probably aware that the Alchemist is doing this, but looks like they aren't too concerned by it. I think they may have something up their sleeve. They looks like they will look to push as soon as the rest of their heroes, or the Queen of, looks like they will look to push when the Queen of Pain spawns.
At the middle lane, Gizmo being a little too cocky, turning around and trying to fight that Bane. He is going to lose the gem with that engagement, and now Alchemist coming in, meanwhile cleaning up the Bane with that BKB pounding away on the Undying, but this might go bad for him as now they turn around. There is a sentry ward up on the high ground as well, but now Insane TPing out in their faces makes it out, so a clutch play there, but Queen of Pain still continuing this assault, killing off the Magnus, who does however have the buyback. Reverse polarity up in another 10 seconds. Let's see if ATE can actually take this fight to FUBAR. The Aegis of the Immortal still available on the Weaver. However, it looks like it's going to go in another 1 or 2 minutes. Oh, Queen of Pain blinking in the Shadow Demon. Going to get taken down by the wave, but Queen of Pain going to go down in exchange. Magnus now skewering in the reverse polarity up, used only on the Weaver. Weaver's going to time lapse, get all his HP back and run away without even losing the Aegis of the Immortal. Nature's Prophet meanwhile keeping out ahead, picking up the Undying. Looks like he might go down once again, as now Lancer gonna get stunned up by the Alchemist. The Shockwave coming in as well. Alchemist pounding away. The Lancer does go down, but now the Weaver standing tall, godlike Weaver. Shukuchi's away to safety. Still has that Aegis of the Immortal, and the Shockwave just barely missing.
Oh man, that Weaver is so strong, and now he's gonna look to maybe use up that Aegis. Yes, he does use that Aegis. The Aegis is reclaimed, and Weaver will respawn at full HP, full mana, but the Alchemist stun comes in. He did have buyback. Sorry, I don't think he had to buyback, but that Weaver now got dusted, had to run away into the jungle.
And now ATE just transferring the sleep from one to the other here.
Did that Alchemist go down?
Not too yep, Alchemist did go down. He has bought back into the game. Now he's back in the middle lane, and if he does go down once again, this could be disastrous for ATE. The Fiend's Rip is available for the Bane. The Bane sees him there. He gets stunned up, but gets cut down within a matter of seconds. Now Alchemist in that ultimate form, pounding away at the Weaver, but realizing the DPS coming out from the Weaver is way too much, does try to TP out, cancels the TP. Weaver goes beyond godlike. He's going to try and pick up a kill on Gizmo as well. Gizmo taking a beating, is going to get cut down once again, as beyond godlike Weaver with a double kill there has pretty much sealed the deal for FUBAR in that engagement.
Yep, the Alchemist does not have buyback anymore. He will have 65 seconds before he respawns. That Gizmo bought back as well, so he does not have buyback too. So both the most important heroes for ATE have gone down at the same time without buyback. Absolutely unfortunate. And it looks like ATE are going to go down 2-0 in this qualifier.
However, let's not make any assumptions just yet, as the Cottle Blast trying to keep the creep wave at bay here. Looks like FUBAR has gone upslope. The fortification has been popped, however, but Ryu showing no signs of slowing down. Okay, now they're gonna back off. A completed dead list coming out for the Weaver. Now this might be dangerous for ATE. 30 seconds till the Alchemist back. 30 seconds till the Nature's Prophet is back as well. Can they make something of this? Reverse polarity is up once again.
Doesn't look like they're going to try to make something of this, because two heroes have split up. One's gone towards the bottom lane, the Phantom Lance has gone towards the top lane. The Queen of Pain isn't around for this battle, and I don't think that FUBAR are going to look to go more than.
But Weaver completely manning it up at the middle lane. Weaver completely manning it up at the middle lane, taking down the tier 3 tower to almost no HP, along with that tombstone on the side, keeping the creep wave at bay just a little longer. That tier 3 tower is going to go down at the middle lane, it seems, and Alchemist, I hear the stun getting popped off towards the top lane, but Lancer not amongst his many illusions there. So they lose.
That Alchemist is going to have a really good time taking down those illusions. One of those heroes that can with that acid spray.
Yep, acid spray. That's
the acid spray. And
but
the Radiance as well.
Now that the tier 3 tower has gone down, ATE really need to consider putting a sentry ward up this slope. There are two invis heroes on the other side, and well, backdooring is definitely a viable option now for FUBAR.
Well, FUBAR looks like they are going to be going up slope in just a matter of moments. They're just looking for the right opportunity and possibly look to take down one hero before the battle even begins. Maybe that KOTL, maybe that Shadow Demon. Looks like that Phantom Lancer has cast that Spirit Lance on the KOTL, and the KOTL is going to have to back off all the way to base, and this might just be the opportunity because there's no Illuminator to take down those creeps.
Yep, the Tombstone does go down. Alchemist pops off the Unstable Concoction as well. There is a Sentry Ward cutting him out, gets Hex. He's gonna end up stunning himself, and this might be the invitation that FUBAR needs to go in, but no. Are they gonna go in? Yes, the Queen of Pain blinks in the Scream, the Wave, the Orchid. He goes down, as Alchemist is now down and out for the count. No buyback on him just yet. So FUBAR look very, very well positioned to take, well, the entire base.
Yep, they do. No Alchemist here. And it was great play from FUBAR, great positioning. They were just staying away from that Alchemist while that Magnus was roaming around looking for that reverse polarity. But now the reverse polarity casts on 2 heroes next to those tier 3, tier 4 towers, Queen of Pain, and that Weaver look to be in a little bit of trouble. But no, they have too many items, too much HP. Weaver is going to take down that Magnus. The Bane Elemental comes in for the kill with that Brain Sap, and ATE pushed straight back into that fountain, not able to come out at all. Top tower, tier 3 tower will go down to 3 of these FUBAR heroes. The Phantom Lancer, the Weaver, and that Undying are going to take this tower down in no time, and also the Rack. So ATE possibly out of this tournament and out of that opportunity to play in Singapore if any of the teams back out. Bane Elemental does go down though. ATE might just be trying to make a fight with this last final attempt to redeem themselves, if not for the opportunities and maybe for the pride.
But it doesn't look like that's happening anytime soon, because their pride has been absolutely crushed by this overfarmed Weaver. Oh man, he's 13 for nil. So Weaver hasn't died a single death in this game.
Unbelievable, man. At 400 ping to perform at this level.
Absolutely stunning. Meanwhile, Gizmo trying to do whatever he can at the bottom lane, gonna push down that tier 3 tower and possibly even a Rax. Nope, looks like he's gonna have to back off. He's back in the fountain as FUBAR did rotate in, and looks like Weaver and the Lancer unstoppably standing in the Dire base, pounding away at any heroes that come their way. Oh man, Weaver cutting up that Shadow Demon in just a couple of hits. I don't even think the Germinate attack procced on that one. Geminate attack, I'm sorry. The last set of racks still standing tall. The dust gets popped off as Lancer might be in a bit of trouble here. The Unstable Concoction does come off, but no, they're killing illusions.
Yep, and that Shadow Demon had used that disruption on the Phantom Lancers. He had a couple of Phantom Lancer illusions of his own there walking around.
Holy crap. That was a Geminate attack with 2 crits coming out from the Weaver. That was 2 crits of 700, taking down Gizmo in a matter of seconds. Now Alchemist pounding away at this Lancer. Lancer will go down, so consolation prize going the way of ATE.
Having a little bit of fun of his own before this game ends.
Magnus does have the reverse polarity back up now. Let's see if they can actually fight this one and possibly turn things around. Looks highly unlikely with that gold graph sitting 12,000 in Radiant territory. Experience 15,000 in their favor as well.
Yeah, if anything now, if AT have any sort of opportunity at all right now, they need to be going initiating before FUBAR even reach the base. Maybe look to take down these 3 heroes at the bottom lane, but no, doesn't look like that's going to happen. Looks like FUBAR are going to be the ones that are going to pop the smoke, and they are going to look to come into this this top tower and look to take down the final rack for those Mega 3s. So now that Queen of Pain blinks into that Shadow Demon, the Orchid is cast, and the Shadow Demon goes down in just about 3 hits from that Queen of Pain.
Meanwhile, Insane getting disabled at the mid lane, gonna end up stunning himself once again as the bugs come out. Nope, he's gonna cast the stun, the reverse polarity as well. Bane goes down, and Weaver standing invis in their faces does get dusted up, but now he's standing, manning it up, fighting away. He's gonna pop the time lapse, get all his HP back. 800 crits coming out from the Weaver now, something that you really want to contend with, you don't want to contend with rather, as Weaver is still beyond godlike with not a single death in this game. Could this be his first death? He's getting cut down pretty hard here at this under this tier 4 tower. No, he picks up another kill, so 19 for 0. He extends his lead here, and now he's gonna take the last set of racks. MVP Weaver without a doubt here.
Yep, some great play coming out there from FUBAR and what's Sasho-ryu?
I just like to call him Ryu. I've had a really hard time pronouncing his name this entire event.
Well, Ryu then with definitely a man of the match performance with that Weaver.
Absolutely.
So many items on him. Just look at him. Demon Edge, Daedalus, Butterfly, Heart, Tranquil Boots, and Lincoln Sphere. And that Lincoln Sphere was a great call from him. Really a clutch item there bought from that Weaver, possibly turning the game in FUBAR's favor.
Absolutely, man. And I mean, this is ridiculous. They just confirmed that They are indeed playing on 432 ping, and this is ridiculous. I can't even imagine playing on such high ping, let alone a competitive match.
Dire's Ancient.
Yup, so ATE does get team wipe, and there's nothing left to kill except for the Ancient.
Dire's Ancient is under attack.
Alright, with that the Ancient goes down. ATE are out of the running. FUBAR gonna be the third place team in the Armaggeddon Dota 2 Grand Slam Qualifiers Asia 2013 for other regions. They are also gonna be the backup team in case Team Oblique Gaming or Team Infamous cannot for some reason make it to Singapore. All the best to both teams in the grand finals coming up right after this one. Stay tuned, guys. We will be jumping into the grand finals just in a little bit. Thank you for tuning in so far as well. This is CloudX along with Cranberry1X of AFK Gaming, casting as guest shoutcasters for the Rapture Gaming Network, signing out for a little bit.